Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap." I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vigors. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas, what's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app. Use code MACECAM or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus credits with your first deposit and a free pick. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mase and Cam.
KILLA, what's good, man?
Brother, how you doing, man?
How you feeling?
I feel good. How you?
Feel good. You know, another day.
Going a couple days. Turtleneck swag is gone. Let them live the glass. I got mad glasses at home. I don't have to. I wear them once in a while because I know it's his thing. But I don't think Mace thought I was coming back today. Turtleneck, glasses matching the handkerchief. All right, I'll find something new. You look nice though, man. You look really nice, man. You look nice, man. Good to see everybody, man.
Yeah.
I was great. Yeah, man. I was gonna take another couple days off, but nigga said I'm on Ben Simmons time. I said, nah, now niggas playing with me. I said, now niggas playing with me. I'm on Ben Simmons time. I got to get back in it. I said, that's wild. I seen a bunch of shit. Ocho Cinco kidnapped me, headbutted me. I seen a few of them. Ben Simmons time got me. I said, all right, say no more, man. I'm back.
Who is that? Zip with the drip?
Nah, Zip with the drip. That's my nigga. Zip with the drip. I don't think it was just a random. Zip with the drip, my nigga. Zip with the drip on our side.
Yeah, Zip is hilarious.
He's hilarious, B. He's hilarious.
But all jokes aside, we are so glad you're back. I love when we're all up here. This is great, guys. This is great. This is what we want to see. So, got a lot of things to talk about. NFL free agency, record-breaking deals. But let's start with Josh Allen. So, the Bills are rewarding Josh Allen with a new 6-year deal worth $330 million with $250 million guaranteed. He still had 4 years and $140 million left on his current deal. So this is the longest single guarantee in NFL history. Just hearing that number about Mase, what was your reaction to hearing that about Josh Allen?
Before we start, you notice every time Stat talks, if it's anything new generation, she always say in history. And so Nick, get the clip so you can remember that.
It is. The bar just keeps getting set. It's in history.
No, I like it. I'm just keeping a record of it, you know?
Okay.
You got a style, you know?
Okay.
I think it's great that they gave him the money. Who else could you get the money to on the Bills? I mean, this is the guy that's been Superman for them. He came a play, I believe, short of going to the championship, I believe. And I truly believe if he had pulled off that play, they would be in the championship and they would have won it all. But, you know, they didn't do that. And, you know, here we are. He's coming back. He's coming back strong. I look for him to be healthy. He's going to be probably MVP of the next year, if not Patrick Mahomes. So this is the guy you put the money into his pocket, because if the quarterback is happy, it's like a happy wife, happy life. You can't win without a happy quarterback. And I think this is what the Bills are setting up the future to be. And I look for them to be right there at the end of the year.
Yeah, not taking sides or anything, Murder, but it is the biggest in history.
Thank you.
Like, that means everybody since George Washington hasn't got this deal. Like, it really is the biggest in history. Pause. One thing, though, but not being facetious, I'm just being funny, but seriously, this biggest deal, this guaranteed money ever, Deshaun Watson actually had the biggest deal in history before Josh Allen, and Deshaun Watson didn't deserve it. This is somebody who actually deserves it. The one thing that I don't like about football and contracts and everything else
And you know, I have to do so. I think I'm gonna call Coach Prime about this or Michael Irvin, because I understand it, but I don't understand it. It's 300. How much stat? 360.
330 million.
330. Yeah. 250 guaranteed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where is that other 80 lingering? It's always some money lingering in football, and there's always some reason that you get this, that. I forget what football play I was watching this season that just passed and talking about he has no more guaranteed money left. Then why am I coming to work? Like, yo, what do you mean I ain't got no more guaranteed money left? So I spent all my guaranteed money.
Yeah.
And now I'm playing. You get what I'm saying, Murder? Like,
that's when they pause. They hold out and try to get a new deal.
Right, but you signed the contract.
Yeah.
For the $80 million that's lingering, if we're talking about Josh Allen. Why is it? Look, why don't you just say my contract is $250 million, and if you do X, Y, Z, we'll throw you another $180 million? Because you're making the contract seem like it's $330 million,
but it's really not.
Right, and there's other $80 million, I guess, in incentives. I don't know. Like, you know, everybody's contract is different. This many touchdowns, this many yards, this many, you know, whatever the thing is. Stop saying niggas got 330 when they only got 250 because they got to still work for the other 80. I'll get that out the way first because I'm sick of that since I was young or however long I can remember. 330, 250 guarantee. Now for the niggas, now I'm a little, you know, I'm a nigga, but I'm saying I understand business as well. When you with your niggas, they be throwing 330. They not hearing all the 250.
Yeah.
Yo, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like Murder said, his first deal, it seemed immaculate. Nigga, you know, I'm leaning on Murder. You know, what is up, man? Throw me something.
Where's the money at?
Throw a nigga something, but it's not as good as it seems.
All of it wasn't guaranteed.
Bad boy contracts on guaranteed. Nigga said the first bad boy contracts are guaranteed.
You don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. You running around like I got 330. No, you didn't get 330.
You got 250.
Yeah, but I need to know why is that, and I understand why is that. But if that's the case, stop saying it like that. Stop saying he got 330, 250 guaranteed. Just say he got 250 and he got to work for another 80 million.
Yeah, and to that point, Killer, you just made my point. Then you know it might not be the highest in history. It's 250 because that's what he's only getting.
No, and to Stats' point, it's still the highest in history.
Yes, that does not change.
230 was the highest guarantee from Deshaun Watson, which I don't feel he deserved 230. But I'm not ever saying a black man should not get 230. But now 250 is the highest guaranteed
for a quarterback.
For a quarterback ever, and for anybody in football history, period. But think about that. Josh Allen been putting in work. For Deshaun Watson to have the highest in history, it's kind of like, come on, man. It's still fucking kind of, and Deshaun, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus.
I mean, he got a great agent.
Great agent. Super good agent.
Great agent. He pulled that off after a scandal.
Didn't play for a year. No, you're absolutely right. He has a great agent. But back to Josh Allen real quick. I think it's well-deserved. Josh Allen been putting in work for years. Yeah, so we know that Josh Allen, if I'm not mistaken, has 6 playoff losses. 4 of them are to Patrick Mahomes, and 1 of them is to Joe Burrow. That's the point. Joe, you know who, Joe, my nigga who beat Pat when he was healthy. You know, Burner don't want to hear that, but I don't even know if Murder fuck with Kansas City because Titletown been on the move lately, so I'm not sure, even though he's wearing red. Who knows? He might be wearing red and blue for Buffalo right now. You know what I'm saying?
The red and the blue.
Really quick, so one of the losses was to Deshaun Watson, one was to Joe Burrow, and then the other 4 to Patrick Mahomes, just to clarify.
Yeah, thank you. You got the one loss I couldn't think. It was Deshaun Watson. And then I knew it was Joe Burrow because that's what they was talking about, that he can't beat Patrick Mahomes, he can't beat he can't beat Joe Burrow, and those are like the 3 elite quarterbacks. You know, now Lamar Jackson's in the mix. But listen, man, I think it's well-deserved. He's been putting in his work. He's coming off an MVP season. Not only coming off an MVP season, people didn't think he would do that good without Stephon Diggs. I think he did an immaculate job this year. but you keep running into Patrick Mahomes, and that seems to be your kryptonite. And it's not fair for quarterbacks to say you keep running into Patrick Mahomes like he could play defense. He's not playing against Patrick Mahomes. It's up to his defense to stop Patrick Mahomes. It's up to his offense to live up to what they've been doing throughout the year, but they're always going to compare quarterbacks. What I will say is this, the last two things I have to say about this is this. I want to give the Buffalo Bills organization credit for this particular move because his contract wasn't up. They could have been like, we'll wait till your shit finishes and see how you pan out in the next couple of years because he was still under contract. But this is one of them situations where he outplayed his contract, where it's one of them things where you're not playing good and they be like, oh, we're going to cut him or you don't need to deserve this or see what other team wants him. When you're doing better than what your contract is doing, I think that should be rewarded as well. So shout out to the Buffalo Bills because they didn't have to do this deal right now. They could have been like, we ain't got to pay this nigga for another couple of years. Fuck, we paying him now. Nah, we fuck with this nigga. He comes to work every day. He plays his heart out. Let's reward him now. So that was dope of them. And the second thing is this, to Josh Allen, is this just puts more pressure on you to win the Super Bowl. We have these $250 million plus contracts, not all guaranteed, and y'all aren't winning Super Bowls. I'm talking to now. I could talk to you, Josh Allen, now that you're involved. I could talk to Lamar Jackson now that you're involved. Mm-hmm. I could talk to Joe Burrow now that you're involved. I could talk to that nigga down there in Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence. We don't even know that you making the playoffs. So it's, these niggas getting 250, 275, which is, we could talk to Dak Prescott. It's 60 million. What the fuck are we?
Yeah, what are they paying for?
Is it too late to try out murder?
Yeah, I don't know.
It might. I gotta see because I sell tickets. I might not throw 90-yard spirals, but niggas gonna come to see what I do. Pause. So if it's not too late, throw me a tryout, Giants, all y'all niggas. Niggas get 60 and not even winning in the playoffs.
We could play for the Panthers.
Definitely could play. You think I get nigga 270? Yeah. No, that's not.
Practice team.
I'm talking about the Jaguars part of me when I talk about Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, Panthers, we can get down there and see it. Because even if you can be second, I'll be third string. We just put Mase in. Pause. I'm not even going to say that again.
Yeah.
But the point being,
Special teams.
Yeah, it's something, man. But the point being is, it's a lot of 200 plus, 250 million plus quarterbacks, not all guaranteed, that are getting wild chicken that are not going to the fucking playoffs. And if you go to the playoffs, you're not doing nothing in the playoffs. So I'm not going to put down Joe Burrow because you go to the playoffs, it's just one, two niggas that you can't get over. Pause. I'm talking about really one. You lost to Joe Burrow, then Deshaun Watson. But Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs seem to have your number. But hey, congratulations on the money. It's a bigger target on your back because trust me, they on Lamar Jackson ass too. He got to do something too. And the thing about this is the saddest in the AFC is that you got Lamar and you got Josh. We already know Patrick doing what he does. Neither one of them could win at the same time. When I'm not even saying same time because they can't both go to a Super Bowl play against each other because they're both in the AFC. Mm-hmm. So if Lamar make it 1 year and Josh, they gave more of this money. Josh make it, Lamar, when are they going to do that? He's the MVP. It's going to be a tough road for those two guys in the next few years. But good luck to both of you.
Yeah, so to Cam's point, and also for player comparison purposes, there are 5 quarterbacks making $55 million a year or more.
Name them.
So Dak is first at $60 million a year, then Josh Allen, then Joe Burrow, then Trevor Lawrence, then Jordan Love. I kind of just want to bring it back.
Love?
Yeah. I kind of just want to bring it back to Dak real quick, and then you can touch on whatever any other players you like. But, does that even make any sense to you when you see the quarterbacks that we've seen in their gameplay and then just comparing how much each is getting paid a year? Dak being at the top of that list, does that make sense to you?
When you look at the stadium, it does, because it's way more seats than any other arena. So stadium. So you got to play that into the cost. When you're looking at Dak, play alone doesn't put him there. But when you think about what the team is generating while he's at the helm of it, it definitely, get negotiated in. But when you think of that list of those top 5, the last 2, I don't believe deserve to be on there. Prescott and as well as Jordan Love. Maybe they could prove something different in the future, but right now, I don't think their play merits that. But like you said, Stat, if you can get the money, you can get away with it.
I want to clarify, I am so for that. Like, if you're deserving, and I'm not trying to diss Dak Prescott, but we've seen how they played they were third in the NFC East for their season. I just feel like there is too much money sent to that man that they could have used in free agency now that they're now losing out on. But hey, if the Cowboys want that,
so are you changing your mantra now? Are you changing the mantra that
still stands?
If you can get away with it, get away with it?
That still stands. It's just situational.
All right. I'm just making sure you're not switching up, because I didn't see you wear black and gold in a long time. And now you wearing brown. I guess they say black and yellow when you mix it together, give you brown. Did you know that?
No, but I'll go with that because the black and yellow is still here. And we'll talk about that later.
I thought that's what you were trying to do.
Cam, your thoughts?
I don't give a fuck how many seats is in motherfucking Dallas Stadium. It's a salary cap. You can have 2 billion seats. It's a salary cap. So every team gets the same cap, whether you got 10,000 seats or you got 2 billion seats. It's a salary cap. The salary cap last year was $140 million. They're about to raise the salary cap to, I believe, 200 and some. Staff, you can check that while I'm talking. I believe they're going up like another $100 million on the salary cap for 2025. So cool, but let's just take this into account. If this year's salary cap murder is $140 million, you giving Dak 60?
No, I'm saying if it just take you, if you're in a concert and I tell you I want to book you for a show, you say your price, and I say, well, we got 300,000 seats.
Right.
Does your price change?
No, they have 54 million. Huh? 54 million.
54 million.
Wait.
For the
do your price change, Killer?
Yeah, I want to hear something. I'm gonna get to your price. I just want to make sure I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they have $54 million.
Who?
The Cowboys.
No, how much is the salary cap for per team for the NFL?
Oh, per team.
This year and next year. If I'm not mistaken, this year is $140 million, and next year is $271 million. Back to your point, where absolutely my price changed. But this isn't that's correct?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is this isn't a show. No matter what, if you own the New York Giants, and I own the Pittsburgh Steelers, you got $140 million to spend, I got $140 million to spend. If it's a 2 million seater or a 3-seater, that's how much each team gets to spend, no matter how many seats is in it. So what I'm saying is, if you give Dak Prescott $60 million and you only got $140 million to spend, you got to shift around $80 million.
How much would you give him out of the 140?
I mean, what it is the thing about
I got 15.
I got 6 if we want to be. You want to be technical. The Elvis play, I got 6. But the reason why I was going on, and this is why I get mad at people fucking with Jerry Jones, and they be like, oh, the ownership and this, that, and the third, is because you sit there and be like, oh, you got to pay Dak, you got to pay Dak, you got to pay Dak. And then if he doesn't pay Dak, it's like, what's the next best option? Dak did have a good year the year before last, before they gave him the money. It didn't translate into the playoffs or anything like that. But if you don't pay Zach, who are you getting? And then if you don't pay him, they be like, see, Jerry don't like paying them. You pay Ezekiel Elliott. What he turned into? The same shit he used to jump in. Salvation Army shit. Motherfucking, you pay Dak. Dak motherfucking comes out, he gets hurt. Now you just fucking paying the nigga. I don't know what's his guarantee or anything else. But they get mad at Jerry Jones and he keeps paying niggas and niggas is not performing. But I'm with Murder. I'm in the $15, $16 million range. But what happens is that franchise tag. And they didn't franchise tag him, but what they do is this. They take the top 5 quarterbacks and say, what's the average of the top 5? So we're sitting here saying,
but he's not in the top 5. Why are you paying him top 5 money if he's not in the top 5?
That's the discussion. That's now you're where I'm at. That's my point. And that's another question I ask while I'm paying for that. Do football have luxury tax? Because I know basketball do. Yeah. And for people who don't understand what luxury tax, I never really indulged in football, so I'd like to know. Luxury tax is this. They don't? So see, you can't even. You have to stick to that. Basketball with luxury tax.
Go over it.
Yeah, they charge you some wild shit, 85 cents on the dollar if you want to go over the salary for the year, whatever I just called it. I'm sorry.
Salary cap.
Salary cap. Thank you, Murder. So let's say your salary cap, just using round numbers in basketball, is $200 million, and you at 200, and you want other niggas, they charge you like 80 cents on the dollar. The NBA like, so it's some wild shit. So you might end up paying another $300 million just to get
just
the team.
To have these other two players on the team.
Golden State, when they was winning them championships, they lived in the luxury tax, but they was winning. So it made sense. So now from my understanding, now I'm learning, you can't even do luxury tax in football. So that's your solid budget. 140, now next year is going up to 2-something. But this year they just passed 140 million, that gets 60?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
That's crazy. That's almost half of the budget.
Math ain't mathing.
That's my point.
You gotta go. I trade him.
Where you gonna go, Mase? Where you gonna go?
I'm getting rid of him. Because for 60, we could get 3 great players at $20 million a year, guaranteed. 20
but that's
guaranteed.
why I was trying to tell you just now, like, if we doing a show, but this ain't show rules. The rules is this is how much you got, and this is how much they can get paid. So I totally agree with Murder. I'm in the 15. But let's think about this is how crazy it is, right? During free agency, I just seen Sam Darnold get picked up 3 years, $100 million. He just had one good season. He froze in the playoffs. He froze against the Lions, and then he froze in the next game when they got eliminated. And we was talking to Michael Irvin about it, and Mike said it's going to cost him a few millies. He still ended up getting 3 years, $100 million with Seattle. And that's what I talk about contracts, y'all. Not just basketball, anything. When somebody want to fuck with you, they'll fuck with you, pause. Because think about this. Free agency was yesterday. Niggas was being signed within hours.
Yeah.
So if somebody, don't get me wrong, sometimes it takes time to negotiate to be where you at. You ain't got it, you ain't got this. When a nigga wants you, they get you in 20 minutes, nigga, pause. They'll figure it out. Geno Smith went back over to the Raiders, 2 minutes. Nigga, Pete Carroll, they playing games with the contract. Pete Carroll said, I'm the one who brought him back to Seattle. Let me grab the nigga. Sam Darnold, right as soon as Geno Smith left, Sam Darnold went right to Seattle 25 minutes later.
Yeah.
People fuck with you, they fuck with you.
Yeah. So
I know in football, I know football's a little bit different because football, believe it or not, it's a round the year sport. Free agency this year. You got to grab, you got to get ready for offseason. Then we got the draft coming up. Then you got so much, all that shit. So I just wanted to point that out to people when it comes to contracts.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about a couple of those names that you mentioned because, to be a quarterback right now, they're still getting paid a lot. So right now we're in the midst of the NFL's legal tampering period. So let's start with Sam Darnold. So he agreed to a 3-year, $100 million deal, to Cam's point, with the Seahawks. So Mase, my question to you is, are you surprised the Seahawks Vikings made this move? And we'll get into Geno Smith in a second, but just kind of want to focus on Sam Darnold being a Seahawk.
I'm really not surprised because they had to make a move. They had to make a move. From the moment that one quarterback is out, you're looking for the next best quarterback. And the part I am surprised about is that he goes there after McCaff leaves. If you're a quarterback, you need him there to be able to throw him the ball, right? So that will be good. And their offensive line is very shaky. So if he's a guy that doesn't like pressure, like KILLA just stated, and now he's on a team that doesn't have an offensive line realistically in place right now, how scarier is that? You were already on the run. You already was a person in the playoffs and in tough times couldn't handle the pressure. And now to put that person in behind a line that's shaky is a nightmare waiting to happen if they don't fix that front line. That's what I think.
Yeah, having Metcalf is definitely a security blanket. And now that he's gone, I don't know. I think that Sam Darnold will be all right if he has some weapons. Don't get me wrong. It looks like the Seahawks are tearing down every building at the same time, all in one. So we'll see what weapons he has and what he has to work with. But having Metcalf was definitely a security blanket. But I'm pretty sure he ain't mad at the $100 million. He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And I think he'll have a better if the Seahawks make it, a better playoff situation. he was a deer in headlights. I equate his situation to just happen because we got to think about this. The Vikings, they were pretty much under the radar unless you lived in Minnesota because they were in the same division as the Lions. And the Lions were just killing all season, but quiet as kept. So were the Vikings. And it actually came down to the last game of the season to see who was going to win the divisions. The Lions actually won. Yeah, so it actually changed from a 1 seed to having a lower seed for the Vikings. And he was like a deer in headlights because he played fabulous all the way to the last game of the season until the playoffs. I equate his last game of the season and the playoff game to homegirl stat from NC, I believe it was. Not NC, South Carolina College. The girl that Caitlin Clark was waving off. Like, fuck
shoot it. Yeah.
Shoot it. I dare you shoot it. And next year she came back and was like, yeah, I'm going to shoot this shit. And was busting ass. I can't think of her name, but she was definitely disrespectful, Caitlin Clark. But I think that's one of them situations that Sam Darnold had to go through. You know, sometimes when you're in that situation, it's too much. But if you get in that situation again, you're ready for it because you know what to prepare for.
Yeah.
And he's part of that same style of offense. So he should. That's a good sign for him. It'll be that same West Coast offense.
Yeah, I do just want to add to, even though the Seahawks are still trying to figure some things out because they also released their wide receiver Tyler Lockett, they do still have Jackson Smith. He played pretty well in DK's absence when DK did have a foot injury, and they were kind of deciding like, okay, should he be wide receiver 1? But then like DK has more experience. Who are we going to go with? So in those situations, he did show a lot of sparks that had a lot of upside for him continuing on with his career. So it's not that the Seahawks have nothing. They still have some things, but it is going to be interesting to kind of see how Sam Darnold works in that situation. Now we know that this is a 3-year deal. So it's like, okay, you're looking at him, you know, for your future. But it also causes concerns on the Viking side because then it's like, okay, so what are they going to do? So
yeah, it's like when Portland had Damian Lillard, now they got homeboy. Scooty.
Scoot.
Yeah, how's that working out?
Yeah, and how good can you be without an offensive line if you're already a quarterback that's known to be under pressure?
Yeah.
It don't matter what weapons you got if you don't got time to get them the ball. He could look forward to getting sacked, at least 2 more times a game.
Offensive line matters.
Yeah, like that determines what that extra second from 3 to 5 and 6. You could make a different play if you got 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Some people had to get rid of the ball as soon as they get it.
We done seen this just happen the last game of the season called the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We seen what happened without no offensive lines. Great as Patrick Mahomes was.
Exactly.
One of the greatest that we seen. Can do shit.
Turnovers.
4-man rush, and he had about a second and a half to throw it. So.
Yeah, but if he's back there for 5 seconds and possibly going on 6 at the time he throws the ball, he can make some superstar plays. And that's what I'm looking at with Sam Darnold. He actually could play. He's just not getting enough time. And look like that's what the Bears did.
Sam Darnold, listen, you know what the problem is that we, and myself too, we're in a society where we just remember the last thing. Or the last thing that happened, myself included. Yeah. The man finished the season with 2 losses or 3 losses. He had a sensational season, man. But those last 2 were so terrible. Now we gonna throw the nigga in the sewer, and I'm down to it. We gonna throw him in the sewer. Let's throw him in the sewer. But I'm just saying, us as a society, they don't care what happened. You can have 1 million wins. The one time a nigga caught you slipping, that's all they remember.
It's really like he's going into the same scenario as the last 3 games. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. The last 3 games of what we saw that changed the trajectory in our minds towards him is what he's walking back into. So if you like, yo, he couldn't block the left hook, and now he's fighting somebody that throws the left hook, you're going to be like, wait a minute now. We didn't do well with this last time. This might not be the first thing we want to embark upon.
Okay, so before we go to break, we're actually going to talk about Geno Smith because it's kind of tied. Well, not kind of. It is tied. So the Seahawks traded him to the Raiders after reports say he wanted a contract extension that would pay him at least $45 million per year, but the Seahawks did not want to commit to more than $35 million per season. So with that being said, with him going to the Raiders, how do you kind of see him fitting there? And then what do you think of basically the Seahawks not wanting to pay him more money?
I think it's racist. I honestly just getting right back in the groove of it is what it is. I think it was racist, obviously. Geno was balling. He was balling at Seattle. So there's no reason to not pay him the money when we giving people like Dak Prescott $60 million. How much is he asking for again?
He wanted $45 million.
He wanted 45 over 3 years, right?
No, per year.
Per year.
Oh, per year.
Whatever it was.
It might not be racist. It might not be racist.
He's not worth $45 million?
He's got Titletown is on the move. Listen, and when Titletown start moving, people want to win. They start thinking about what we got to do to win. And $45 million doesn't make us a winning team. Just think about it. If we give him 45 and we give somebody else potentially right under that $40 million, right? That's already $85 million. What we got left? 50. We got about 60
Next year
to go.
Cap is 270.
Oh, 270.
The one that just passed 140, and the ones coming up, they put it like how much?
275.
Yeah,
All right.
There's another $130 million on it.
Yeah, but if you want to win, we want to win. In order to win, we got to take a different salary. Winners know this. Unless you're playing outlandishly.
Brady did it for years. Tom Brady took pay cuts for years.
Yeah, so we could win. That's why he's a story quarterback. If you get $45 million and you're playing like you're worth 20, then you're hurting the team. Let that be my take today. If you're playing like you're worth 20 and you're asking for 45, you're hurting the organization. You gotta ball for the money you're getting. I understand why they say this amount is guaranteed and this is coming with incentives. All my money will be incentives.
If you was on it.
It'll be like waiters. I'm paying niggas $5 and the rest is based on tips. You know, in a good restaurant, you make $1,000 a day off tips, but we paying you $5.
Basically, you're saying from an owner's point of view, you get it.
Yeah, you get it. I definitely understand it.
If you're from the owner's point of view, bless you.
But as a player, you going out there risking your life, risking your freedom. I know all the stuff people talk about. Risking my health.
People talk about
all this stuff people talk about. All the rumors.
You're risking your life. I'm putting my health on the line. I get it. Well, make sure you put it on the line because this money is definitely on the line.
This nigga said I heard all about it, putting your life on the line. Oh, shit. So we talking about Geno?
Yeah. How do you feel about him being on the Raiders? And then basically the Seahawks not wanting to pay him more money.
Look, I think it was, my personal opinion, it was a dub for Geno. And when I say a dub, you know, he had played for the Jets and somebody else. What the fuck Geno played for? Geno actually played for the Jets and the Giants.
There's no way that's supposed to happen.
Word, right?
Yeah.
Hey, man, you never know your man Aaron Rodgers. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. They've been talking. But more of the story is he played for the Jets, Giants, Chargers. Pete Carroll took a chance on Geno. And a lot of people don't even know he's been with Seattle since 2019 under Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll put him when Russell Wilson got out of town. Pete Carroll gave him that shot. And he excelled and he looked really good. And he's like, damn, I forgot about Geno. Geno's still in the NFL. Okay. He looked halfway decent. And I think Pete Carroll got his, because first of all, I don't know Pete Carroll, but looking at him from USC to NFL coach, he would be a coach I want to play for. He remind me of my man Thurm and Sheed.
Yeah.
One of them niggas, yeah, let's go. He puts the battery in your back and gets you hype. He's a player's coach. I could tell that just from looking at him. And I think he got Geno comfortability back, him feeling positive about yourself. Because look, you can be a quarterback and be in a funk for a few years, especially you don't give another opportunity. With all that being said, this is one of them joints where Pete Carroll's like, grab him. Because to put some more context in what I'm saying, for those that don't know, Pete Carroll is now the coach of the Raiders. So Pete Carroll's like, oh, I can get Geno? I wasn't finished with the nigga anyway, pause. Yeah, let me grab Geno. Tom Brady, you cool? You fuck with him? All right, cool. Let's figure it out. 45, we tell them incentives. Let's start using the word incentives.
Yeah.
Yo, I know you want me, they's going to give you 35. We know you want 45. Let's meet in the middle, 40. And the other 5 is on the incentives. I think Pete Carroll could sell that to him. I think these two had a great relationship that got cut short. I think that Seattle didn't want to pay him this money for 3 years because let's think about it. He's going to be 35 years old when the season starts. The contract will be up when he's 38. They probably didn't want to invest in that. Everybody's not Tom Brady. Everybody's not Aaron Rodgers. Everybody's not going to play for their 37, 38, 39, 40 years old. So Seattle may have looked at it like that. But I do like the reconnection of Pete Carroll and Geno Smith. Let's see what happens.
Okay, and then last question. We know that the Raiders have the 6th overall pick in the draft. Now they have Geno Smith. What does this mean for them in the draft?
It kind of messed the draft up for me because I was really looking forward to one of those young quarterbacks making it to Vegas. So this is like a happy, sad situation.
One of them still could make it. I don't know exactly, pardon me, y'all. I don't know exactly. Look, this draft been all over the place since motherfucking the Giants and the Vegas lost like week 12 or 13 where they could just fucking tanked.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't. So now it's been all over the place. I've seen shit where they got Cam Ward going 10th, Shador going 22nd. Like I've seen shit where they got them going 5th. Everybody's mock draft is all over the place. What I will say to answer this question though is this: they can still get the young quarterback. I'm talking about the Raiders at the 6th pick. If let's just say Shador, Cam isn't going yet, and I'm not saying that they will, but if we're saying what if situations, it isn't impossible because we'll look at it like this. We just see what happened with Penix and Kirk Cousins in Atlanta. They went and gave Kirk Cousins $100 million, fresh new contract, and then drafted Penix. And then towards the end of the season, Kirk Cousins wasn't producing like they wanted, and we seen Penix play the last few games, and not only play the last few games, he actually played to try to get them into the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's a very important game. So it's not beyond belief that one of these quarterbacks will still go to the Raiders because, like I said, and I'm not disrespecting, for a quarterback, Geno's kind of older. He's still playing good, and we can see what happens.
Okay.
That's a waste of a lot of money. Pay Kirk Cousins all that money. They only put Penix in.
Yeah, in the long run. And it's not ending well in Atlanta at all. I don't know if y'all guys talked about it when I was going, but Kirk Cousins is saying he told the team he was hurt. The team said they never told Kirk Cousins never told them that he was hurt. Oh, it's a bunch of back and forth yapping between Kirk Cousins and the teams. And to give him $100 million and it don't look like he's gonna stay there, that was bad business.
Yeah, they got a lot to figure out. Good luck to them. We're going to go to break. When we return, the Jets and Justin Fields. More moves that we're going to talk about after the break.
One eye, one heart, one love.
Excuse me? After last night's performance, we're going to do this again? Not tonight. I don't think so. And make sure you close the door behind you.
When I take the pussy up, man. When I take the pussy up, man. When I take the pussy up, man.
I'm Rico fucking strong.
Took that horsepower.
Giddy
up.
Baby! I'm back.
Hell no. Muchacho, levántate. Toma eso, bébetelo.
Right now?
Well, cuña.
Okay.
Well.
Now, right now. Right now.
Yeah.
Girl, let me see you walk it off. Oh, let me see you walk it off. Yeah, let me see you walk it off. Go, girl, let me see you walk it off.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog picks of the day. So tonight, the Clippers will play the Pelicans. Underdog has Kawhi at 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Lower, because he might not even play.
I think he
Yeah,
will.
I think I'm on to underdog. I see what they're doing now.
I'm just sad, man, because it got to the point where Kawhi Leonard got to get all that to get 31. Like, this Kawhi, we usually would say high or low on points, just 31 points. Kawhi Leonard, now we got to throw assists and rebounds and all type of shit in it. I'm going to go higher because, come on, man. Come on, bro. It's Kawhi. We just quietly, as fans, just push Kawhi further and further away from superstar status. Kawhi was a fucking superstar. Don't let me down. Pause, man.
But if they're only going to play him eight minutes or so, you know?
Look, I'm not mad at your pick for lower, but at the end of the day, what's going on is this. Clippers is close to that 6 seed. Where they at, stat? Right now. The Clippers, they fighting to stay out of the play-in. And Kawhi has been playing lately. So
he's been playing.
Yeah, he's been playing last few games. But
8th.
See, they're in 8th. How many games are they out from 6th, though? See, the thing is, nobody want to be in that play-in because that's dangerous.
About like 2 to 3 games, yeah.
So
you might not.
Yeah, so the point being is you're going to have to get Kawhi. You're going to have to get Kawhi to play because if you don't want to be in the play-in, it's most likely you got to stay there. So I'm looking right now. They're a game and a half out. They're a game behind Minnesota and a game and a half on Golden State. Golden State crept into that 6 seed. Clippers wasn't the 6 seed 3-4 days ago. That's why every game counts. I'm going to go higher because if not, the way Golden State has been playing since they got Jimmy Butler, it's looking like they are locked for the 6 seed. It's going to be hard to catch Houston, but they catch Houston too. And with Luka being hurt, who knows? The Lakers they could just tumble down the hill and end up, not Luka, with LeBron being hurt, they could just tumble down the hill into 10th. So I'm going to go higher. They need Kawhi right now.
Okay. He did have the game winner versus the Kings, though, so the spark is still there. Like, that was fun to see, but I definitely get the point that you're making.
No, you know what stat that was? He had the game-winning shot, and you know what they say? This is really amazing. This is his second game-winning shot, and his last one was a fucking against Joel Embiid and them niggas in Toronto. How long ago was that?
A couple years.
Few.
Yeah. Okay, and James Harden is at 9.5 assists. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
We've been getting Houston James Rocket lately. I ain't gonna hold you. I like it. I like it. I like Houston James Rocket in LA. I like it. I think he has 3 games straight, if I'm not mistaken, of 25 points or more. This is the most he's had. It's kind of crazy to think about it that James Harden hasn't been on a 25-point streak since 2022, but he has 3 games in a row of 25 points and up. I'm going to go, this is tough because he's on this Houston shit. Kawhi back in the building. Kawhi getting his strength back together, getting his mental back together. I'm going to give him the 9 assists.
Okay. Higher. And you're going higher, Mace?
Higher.
Okay, and Zion's at 23.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower?
I'm going higher.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a good game. I think they both are coming to play. And Zion definitely should because he's trying to move this summer.
It's a tough one. If he plays, of course, 23. But I'm going to go higher. I'm going to go higher. Zion, He looks really in shape. I never seen a nigga lose and gain weight so fast and all that shit, muscle on him, pause. He looks really good right now. I didn't know it was him the other day when I was watching him playing because he looks slim. So let's go higher.
Okay, make sure you guys download the Underdog app and you can make your picks too. So the Jets have their new quarterback.
Hold on real quick, Stat.
Yeah.
So I missed a couple shows, Murder.
Yeah.
When I wasn't here. I heard you putting the music out.
May 25th.
Yeah.
May 25th.
The dates on the street.
Yeah.
May 25th.
I'm just telling you. You can't tell me anything now. I was walking down the street. Nigga said the date is out, killer. And I heard you co-sign it. I didn't see the show because I was doing something that day. But the word is the date's coming out May 25th. And I was supposed to co-sign whatever you was listening to. I co-sign everything. But is this a fact or you was just feeling it that day for us?
I was keeping the show going.
Oh my gosh.
Nah.
I know. You ain't gotta tell me. I'm just telling you. The audio.
I like that date though. I like that date. I like that date. I was listening to the songs that you said you like.
For me, me and you talk all the time. This ain't about me and you. We talk all the time.
You asked me. I'm just telling you.
But you told the world.
May 25th is good. But I looked at it. It's looking like the day gonna be May 26th or 25th. One of those days.
I don't think they'll be mad at either one of those days.
Yeah, whatever day
whatever you tell me, I don't care.
First day of the trial.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
That's what they said from what I was hearing. But the thing about it is telling me something and telling the world something. This ain't just America. This is what you told the world. Because I walked down the street, I didn't know what the fuck niggas was talking about because I missed the show that day. And they was like, he said, yo, 25th May, right? I said, what? He said, Mase album coming out. I said, I don't know what you're talking about, man. He said it. He on the show. Then when I got back in the crib, Bezo told me, he said, yeah, that nigga said he told some shit about Biggie. So he's telling stories? What the fuck? I'm gonna take a couple days. I'm gonna start taking a couple days off. He said he told some Biggie shit and some other shit, and the album's coming out on the 25th. I said, all this? I said, well, maybe I just need to come in 2-3 days a week so we get more. But I just wanted to check with you because, people are asking me.
The 25th or the 26th.
I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I'm very excited about that. Sorry.
No, all good. That's a great question because I'm excited too. That's why the date is engraved in my head. So, hey, Mase, we ready. We ready.
We'll see.
We will see.
Why you depriving the world, fam?
She just said the 25th or the 26th.
Promise to God.
Part. Yep.
That's a good one.
Promise to God. Promise to God. You know what I'm saying?
That's how we promise to God.
You know what I'm saying? You can't keep depriving the world. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we can only go. That's good, man. My nigga Johnny Cochran Smith, Larry, man. You promise to God that this music is coming out.
Well. Stay tuned, y'all.
Yes, we got the answer, Larry.
Yeah, because the other day when you said something about the Drake, how you was like you was just as lit as Drake in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
Niggas was like, yo, niggas, he ain't lying. Yep. So niggas is like really looking for it. Pause. They ready for it. You know what I'm saying? And I heard some of the heat y'all got. I'm like, man, this shit is crazy. I don't know why you depriving the world, fam.
Yeah, car rides with KILLA, listening to murder.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just
murder, man.
Start throwing bottles out the window. Let's get masked.
The mumble rap era is over.
Just call him, Kim. Call him right now. Yeah, but I like that, Larry, because we got our answer.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Hey, man, stay tuned, y'all. Okay.
He didn't answer it, so we already know the answer.
Stay tuned.
Thanks, Larry, for getting down to the nitty gritty of this, man.
Look how he looking. How you think?
Nigga says, this suck ass nigga Larry did. That's the right question.
Yeah, cursing you out.
Okay.
My bad. I just want to know, my bad, I ain't mean to interrupt.
You're asking the right questions. Okay. So the Jets have their new quarterback thanks to the Steelers. They agreed to a 2-year, $40 million deal with Justin Fields, $30 million guaranteed. Mase, do you think Justin Fields will be a good fit over there? And are you surprised the Steelers say, hey, here you go?
For the first part of the question, he will be an excellent addition to that team because he got his former wide receiver from Ohio State already there, right?
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, so that's good right there. And then they both have major things to prove on the NFL level. And when you got somebody like Justin Fields going over there, this is an opportunity that he's looking for. You got new management, you got new owner. Isn't it a new GM or something that took over the Jets? So now when you get new personnel and new leadership and they ask for you, this means they really wanted you there. And that's what I think he's been looking for. I knew he wasn't going to stay at Seattle because it's like you guys benched me as soon as Russell Wilson came back.
Steelers.
I actually thought
Seattle Steelers.
I meant the Steelers. They would have had a better run with Justin Fields and then Russell Wilson, even though some people don't believe that. I tremendously do. I think he will do pretty good at the Jets. I think he's going to have a decent year. He's either going to be decent or better than decent, but he's not going to have a bad year at the Jets. I think he's motivated to play there, so I think it's a great fit.
Yeah, look, if he stayed with Pittsburgh, they would have to throw a bunch of money at him. Because I would have been like, nah, as soon as Russell Wilson was better, y'all niggas bench me. Fuck that. Yeah. Y'all want me to say, throw me some bread because y'all niggas shitted on me. I don't think he got a really good shot in Chicago because Chicago's organization is not the best organization. It's been proven for going on over a couple decades now. They have a terrible organization how they handle things. They have no patience. They fire coaches. They bring in coaches, et cetera, et cetera. And we'll see how that works out for their quarterback now. But I do think that the Jets is a great fit for him because to me, you had a bad start in Chicago. I think you, as a young man, I think you handled that situation in Pittsburgh with mad maturity. You could have been throwing tantrums. You could have been like, I don't understand why I'm not starting anymore. We were winning, etc. When they came to use you as special teams, like Mike Tomlin used you just to run and get first downs, not to throw the ball anymore, etc. They using you almost like not just special teams, but like almost like a Swiss Army knife, like, yo, get the can opener. You know what I'm saying? Like he really wasn't a factor as a football player after Russell Wilson wasn't hurt anymore. But the Jets, I think this is great for two reasons. You're young, they have a good defense, and it's like you're playing with house money. So when I say you're playing with house money, it isn't like the Jets been a great organization anyway.
Yeah.
So you don't do good, they ain't been doing good. You can't do no worse than what the motherfuckers been doing anyway. Now, don't get me wrong, they had they had a couple good seasons in the last 20 years. When Rex Ryan was there and everybody else, but they still couldn't get over the hump. The Jets have not won a Super Bowl since 1969. They're actually worse than the New York Knicks when it comes to the last time a team from New York won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You are playing with house money. Justin Fields, go have fun, go show your skills, run them 2 years up and go get a big-ass contract. That's what I'm hoping for, but you can't do no worse than the Jets already doing. So if it doesn't work out, they can't blame it on you. I think he should do really well because it should be easy, fun. Not saying that he doesn't want to do good, but don't blame me if y'all niggas, if we ain't fucking won it. We ain't been winning.
Yeah, it's been like 14 years since they probably had a playoff win.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's a good point from both of you guys' part because, it's definitely low risk for Justin Fields to be over there. I mean, they had Zach Wilson. We saw how that went. Then they had Aaron Rodgers. I don't even know how that situation got to where it got to. And now they have him here. He's obviously reunited, like Mase said, with Garrett Wilson, them Ohio boys. So they're going to be lit out there. But still, it's kind of still like a rebuilding period for the Jets. a lot of low stakes. And let's not act like Justin Fields is a bad quarterback. Like, being a Steelers fan, we liked how he played with the Steelers. He had a 4-2 record. We did. And I'm still stand by that. Yes, Russell Wilson came into play, but he had a good season with us. So you guys can start with a younger quarterback. And it's not like, yes, he became a backup quarterback with the Steelers, but when he was with the Bears, he was a starting quarterback, so he can play at that caliber. He has it in him. You guys have a lot to look forward to. Obviously, you need a couple more moves to be made here and there for your offensive line, but this is a good starting point. It's better than having Aaron Rodgers because that just wasn't the right fit for him. So excited for y'all. Y'all can thank the Steelers because we did that for y'all. But yeah.
You and Michael Irvin was the main ones that gave up on Justin Fields. You forgot?
I didn't give up on Justin Fields. That was the whole issue. I actually wanted Justin Fields over Russell Wilson. Then I said, Mike Tomlin made that decision. All I can do is quite literally trust the process. Yeah, all I can do is trust the process. You got to go with what the coach says, and that's what he wanted. So
I gotta agree with Mase. You was hype about Russell Wilson. When they started winning, he was like, this was the right choice.
Yeah, they can go further down the field. Like, Fields didn't have
he did open up the offense, but initially, when it first happened, I wanted to keep Justin Fields. I was scared. I was like, I don't know how Russ is going to play.
See over the defense.
He still can. But, hey, we can only do so much.
That's the roller coaster ride of a football season. She's happy with the first quarterback. Russell Wilson comes in. She's not happy that they bring in Russell Wilson. They win 2-3 games. Oh, I think this is the right decision to bring Russell Wilson in. Niggas have a great season. Then towards the end, they start losing. Me and my dad figured out what happened. Russell Wilson's too short to see over the offensive line. Then you get niggas like Michael Irvin, the cosigns that talking about, yeah, it was cool when he was younger, but he's shrinking now that he's getting older and he can't see over shit and run plays. And now it's just shit on Russell Wilson, time for stat. But look, I'm not going to get into you and Mase arguments, but you was hype about Russell Wilson at one time during the season. So.
Yeah, it is a roller coaster, and honestly, it's going to be a roller coaster again, which we're about to get into because the Seahawks sent DK Metcalf to the Steelers for a second-round pick. The Steelers and Metcalf reached a 5-year, $150 million contract deal. So first, Mase, do you like this for the Steelers before we even get into the whole Russell Wilson debacle?
Yeah, I do, but it only makes sense if they find a quarterback. They still, STEEL, don't have a quarterback. You still need a quarterback. Who's your quarterback?
I would love to know.
You can't get amped about offensive players because they need somebody to throw them the ball. Who's throwing them the ball? So if you ask me how I feel about it, I don't know how to feel about it. Pause, because you don't have a quarterback.
Okay. I have a further question, but I'm going to let Cam go first.
I have the same answer he has. I don't know who's throwing him the ball. So how can I be excited about what's going to happen with DJ Metcalf if we don't know who's throwing him the ball?
DK.
DJ.
DK. Are they having tryouts?
DK. No.
That's why I call him Metcalf. That's why if you notice when we were talking about in the first segment, I just say Metcalf because I always fuck up the initials. TK.
DK.
I said DJ. What I said? D.
Exactly.
DK. DK. No disrespect, because I ain't gonna front. I fuck with the nigga DK Metcalf. That's why I just was saying Metcalf, because I remember. Listen, it was a play. I don't think it was last season. The season before last. Mm-hmm. They threw an interception. This nigga ran from the 1-yard line and chased down the nigga who caught the interception for like 90 yards. It was totally unnecessary. But he did it and stopped the touchdown. I'm like, who is this nigga? He was looking like RoboCop the movie, yo. I said, yo, I fuck with this nigga because he ran all the way back to stop the touchdown from about at least 80 yards. It might have been more. But I respected him after that. I liked him before that, but I liked him really after that because I'm like, this nigga really like football. He's a football player to make that play. Sorry, DK.
Obviously, my head is all over the place. Initially, and still am, I'm excited. I think DK is a great addition to the Steelers' offensive line. Him and Russ did play together for the Seahawks when they both were playing there. So is Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers going to be our quarterback is where I'm leaning towards because he's still on the market. We have to choose a quarterback. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is not where he should be. So that's where we go back to the roller coaster. I'm actually on the Russell Wilson train again for this year. Because listen.
I can't make this up.
The first important thing is consistency. I do not think it makes sense to bring in another quarterback to our situation when we already have gotten something going on. We keep talking about, we keep getting right towards the playoffs and not getting past that. Yes, we needed to make changes, and I think that's why the Steelers are happy, because we're finally making the changes that we need. We need a playmaker.
See over the offense.
If he can't see or not, he played with DK and he made it work, and that's why I think that this is the perfect situation.
How is he going to find DK if he can't see over the line?
It's going to work this time. That's all I can give you. Trust the process. Mike Tomlin wanted it to happen. They made it happen. We needed a playmaker aside from George Pickens. We got DK Metcalf. We already have TJ Watt. We have Pat Freiermuth. We have Minkah Fitzpatrick. We have a lot of good tools.
You're digging in the garbage. You're digging in the garbage.
No, as soon as we figure out the quarterback situation, I'm not going to say we're going to be completely different organization, but it's definitely going to make strides that we need to get over
with all the players. With all the players you listed, I would go with Aaron Rodgers.
We don't want we do not want Aaron Rodgers
because he can't trip out in that system.
We don't want Aaron Rodgers. And aside from the way Aaron Rodgers has been performing, we don't want Aaron Rodgers' attitude.
He's gonna have a lot on his. He's gonna have a chip on his shoulder. This is the Aaron Rodgers you would want in Pittsburgh.
No. We have enough that we have to deal with. Bringing Aaron Rodgers into our situation, and then now we're moving with DK. Now we have
you're missing an elite quarterback. You're missing an elite quarterback. You got elite talent
and
everywhere.
Russell Wilson gonna have to bring that eliteness right back, because Aaron Rodgers is not gonna put us where we need to be.
As a Steelers fan, how long do we got to follow the process?
We talked about trusting the process on one of the previous episodes.
Well,
it takes time.
Sounded like
2
Philly.
years.
Sounded like Philly.
2 years.
Yeah, that's why I said she's digging in the garbage.
No, 2 years.
You're taking other people's trash.
2 years makes sense. You give him a year to get situated, and we saw that, okay, we can still get to a certain level with him. We give him some more tools. We see what he does with that. We just signed Eagles' Darius Slay, a cornerback.
And then what you going to do after that?
In football, we never know what we're going to do. We figure it out along as we go. We make the changes. We see how it translates. And if it works well, we add on to that before making drastic moves. Okay. Putting Aaron Rodgers in our situation is a drastic move that we do not have time for right now.
That's a fact.
We don't.
That's a fact.
He's not playing well. He's older.
This is not.
We can't build well off of him. And he has an attitude. We don't want that. We already got, and shout out to George Pickens, because I think he's still a great wide receiver. We got attitudes already with the Steelers organization. Adding Aaron Rodgers to that mix does not help anything.
I think
that's what I think.
This goes back to what I said about 4 minutes ago, Murder.
Yeah.
How quickly people forget.
Yeah.
Like Aaron Rodgers wasn't that nigga. He got hurt one season and had one bad season. Now niggas want to throw Aaron Rodgers away. Like Aaron Rodgers is not one of them niggas because he had a bad season.
Niggas is wondering.
You sitting there trying to tell me, and I understand that you sitting here saying consistency, everything. Yes. Russell Wilson is better than Aaron Rodgers.
He's still.
I asked you a question. Yes. I didn't ask you what you felt. Consistency.
He's not.
I didn't ask you what you felt about the Steelers.
Yes.
Pickens. I asked you one simple question: is Aaron Rodgers better than Russell Wilson?
He is not. In this season.
Anyway.
In this season.
You're emotional.
In this season.
Emotional
no,
fan.
That's a very fair.
You're emotional.
Y'all, listen. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback. This season, he is not.
What season are you talking about?
The previous season that just passed.
We're talking right now. Over with.
We're talking about season. But we have to look at the past to figure out what makes sense for the future.
So we're looking
based off of what he did.
Based off one season.
Yes.
He's not better than Aaron Rodgers. Period.
Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback than Russell Wilson overall. Yes. But after what we saw this previous season. He's not going to be better for us than Russell Wilson.
Let me know when it's my go. Let me go when it's my go, please. I'll let y'all. Y'all can finish arguing. When it's my go, I'll take my take.
That's all I have to say. My final take is I'm taking Russell Wilson over Aaron Rodgers. We've seen what he did with the Steelers this season. It meshed well. Now he has DK Metcalf, a player that he's played with before. I think we're building upon something that we've already started. Bringing Aaron Rodgers into our situation is not going to make sense. Too many personalities, and he did not perform well with the Jets. I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers I'm not saying that Russell Wilson is better than Aaron Rodgers. We know that Aaron Rodgers has had a better career, in my opinion. But for our situation, it won't work.
Mase, did you get along with everybody on the Bad Boy tour? Nah, right?
No.
So $6 million? You won, right? Did they have to deal with mad personalities?
Yeah.
You had to deal with niggas from Brooklyn, Philly, California, Yonkers, shout out to Lock.
Yeah.
You had to deal with mad niggas and they personalities to where we might.
Buffalo.
You try to deal with niggas like, I don't fuck with these niggas. But did it 6-7 million?
Yeah.
Then after that, you sold 4 or 5 million? It ain't about personality. And I get what Stat is saying. Sometimes that matters. But this is grown men coming to work. And we all know that Aaron Rodgers has a personality problem, which we all see it. Pushing coaches, snubbing coaches. You can't do that to Mike Tomlin. That's the one thing that you're not going to have an attitude problem with. Mike Tomlin will put Aaron Rodgers' ass on the bench before you come in there with that particular attitude. So this is the one coach in the NFL that he may have to just sit there and bow down to, like, you can't come in there and push. Imagine a nigga push Mike Tomlin. They smack the shit out Aaron Rodgers on TV. Mike Tomlin is not having that. So if you want a coach that Aaron Rodgers is going to respect, I think Mike Tomlin may be one of the only coaches that Aaron Rodgers respects. With that being said, that's A. B, Stat is wild emotional. Stat just went to some shit at the fucking all-star game for football. Was like, yeah, Russell Wilson is short. I just stood next to him. He's a shorty.
He can't see over the offense.
Yes,
Second,
that's still
for those
true.
For those that didn't watch our football season, she was happy with the first quarterback. They got mad when Russell Wilson got put in. High and Papa Stat.
For Justin Fields.
Yeah, pardon me. I keep saying first quarterback, Justin Fields, pardon me. Then 2 weeks passed and he started wondering, well, Russell might be all right. He might be all right. He wins some more. Now, Mike Tomlin made the
She said, I'm going to stop questioning Mike
Tomlin.
Tomlin.
Yeah, because she questioned him. She definitely questioned him. Pull this up for tomorrow, Nick, all this shit. Start questioning Mike Tomlin. It's around week 3, 4, around that time, 5, 6. Questioning Mike Tomlin. Then she says, I got to stop questioning Mike Tomlin. Same thing they said. Shit was smooth. Niggas wasn't winning. Shit hit about week 13, week 14, lost. Remember they was winning the division.
Yeah.
Tumbleweave down the hill. They ain't winning the division. Russell Wilson is just, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to take my father to see this live for Christmas. Papa Stack calls me, says, treasure figure son out.
Yeah. And she was trolling me, talking about, oh, yeah, we play y'all on Christmas.
Yeah, and
that ain't go well.
Yeah. She called, Papa Stack called me, she says, treasure figured out. He too damn short to stand on that damn line, man. Yeah, nigga. Papa Stack told he too damn short to stand on that fucking line. That's the problem. I don't know how he did it. I said he's a Super Bowl. He's really a 2-time Super Bowl champ outside of Pete Carroll fucking up one play and should have handed to Marshawn Lynch. But we'll keep it at 1. But I don't know what's going on. He can't see no more. He can't see no more as well. Then they get rocked in the first round. Now they saying we need to make some decisions. Now we have Russell Wilson is a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers.
This season.
Because this season past that, we passed this season. Okay, he had a better season in the
2024.
23, 24, what, 24, 25, whatever it was, the 24 season. So going into the 25 season, you're saying that he's a better quarterback than Russell Wilson. I think Aaron Rodgers' attitude been fucked up lately. I think he was hurt the year before last. I think he played terrible this season that just passed. I think he made some moves that made people hate him. The coach is fired. He brought in the receivers that he wanted, called the plays that he wanted. So he looked very, very selfish as a human being. As a football player, we tend to forget what the fuck Aaron Rodgers is about. He only has one Super Bowl win. He's a 4-time league MVP. He just was MVP like 2022, if I'm not mistaken. This nigga just came off an MVP season a couple years ago. Now Russell Wilson is better than Aaron Rodgers. Now, I get what you're saying for the fit. I get it. But the shit didn't work last year as much as you think it was working. Shit was a downhill tumbleweave at the end of the season. Only coach that might have Aaron Rodgers' respect is Mike Tomlin. Will it work? I don't know. But I'm definitely not putting no damn Russell Wilson, much as I think Russell Wilson's a decent quarterback, over Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback, because Aaron Rodgers didn't have a good season last year and he was hurt the year before.
I will just add, two things can be true at once.
Oh,
and
my
things
goodness.
are situational. And in this situation, I think Russell Wilson is the better option for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hanging out with murder,
for
man.
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, man.
Makes you met your match.
Yeah, man.
Bet your match. Can't wait to talk about Titletown because you already talking to the other Titletown at this point. That's what we got.
The time is up anyway.
In the comments down below, let us know what quarterback you guys think the Steelers should go with. But that's all the time that we have for today. Thank y'all for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.